everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 619 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I am trying out the Betty Boop and Ipsy That's So Betty eyeshadow palette. So this is an Ipsy exclusive item that's part of the October 2019 collection. So I got this in my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus box. So if you want to see my unboxing of that, I did a Glam Bag Plus box versus the new Glam Bag Ultimate box, kind of like unboxing in two unboxings in one video. I will have that video linked down below if you want to see it. But so with Ipsy, starting this month, you're now able to choose one of the products that will come in your box. The rest of the products are still a surprise, but they're customized to you. But I chose this eyeshadow palette as my one product that I could choose. And I'm so glad I did, because seeing it in person, it is beautiful. So first off, check out this packaging. It looks and feels like a high-end product, which kind of is, because it has a retail value of $30. But my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus box is only $25 a month, so I got such a great deal on this. But so it has 8 shades, which are pretty big pans. They put a cover over the mirror, probably so that it doesn't break when shipping, but it's really hard to get the cover off. Okay, I finally removed that difficult plastic, and I love that this has a large mirror with it, so that makes it great for travel. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna swatch all of these shades. So they do have shade names on the box, but doesn't have the shade names listed underneath each shade, but it does have the shade names on the back. But so I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch them in order. Ooh, a pretty peach champagne shade. These two that I've touched so far are shimmers, but they feel a little bit dry. Still swatching really nicely though. Really pigmented swatches with full color. I think I spoke too soon. This one isn't swatching quite as pigmented. That one feels a little bit more chalky. I'm kind of surprised by the texture of these. I thought they'd be a little bit more like buttery. Oh, this shade, which looked like it would be my favorite shade, it's kind of crumbly, but I guess if you work at it, it gets pretty. That's a beautiful shade, a nice bright, that's like an ultraviolet magenta, so pretty. Okay, so this one is a matte. Ooh, that one feels a lot more velvety. Kind of surprised, because the matte shade actually swatched and felt nicer than the shimmers, but usually when I swatch an eyeshadow palette, the shimmers feel the nicest. That one has pretty good pigment and feels a little bit buttery. These two are more like a shimmery metallic, where the rest of them are more of a pressed glitter. So I'm deciding that the mattes and the shimmers have the most buttery velvet texture to them. Yeah, that one's really pretty. Okay. But yeah, then these pressed glitters are just a little bit more dry. I'm really excited about all of these shades. There's a good amount of neutrals, but then you've got those beautiful pops of color, which I definitely want to incorporate that pop of pink somehow. But so when I try these out on my eyes, I'm only going to prime one of my eyelids using my go-to Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. So then we can see how these eyeshadows perform with and without a primer. But just a fair warning, I always tend to prime my eyes when I wear eyeshadow because I have a lot of creases in my eyelids. Okay, so for my crease shade, I'm gonna start out with this one here. This is the most neutral tone in my opinion. So it is shimmery, which I tend to use matte shades in my crease, but I do like the look of a shimmer as well. Kind of adds a highlighting effect on the brow bone as well. So this, it's working in the crease, but it's not showing up super pigmented. But it does seem to be blending out fine. I feel like I'm picking up a lot of product just to build up enough pigment and color. Now, I'm just going to use my finger to apply these pressed glitters. So let's see, to start, I think I want to take this gold shade. It's like a golden bronze, kind of a unique tone, but I'm just going to apply that to the outer half of my eyelid. Applying it with my finger definitely gives a good amount of pigment and color. This is a very unique shade because at first it looked gold. Now I have it on my eyelids and I feel like it looks more of like a mustard or like a reddish brown. It's like hard to pinpoint exactly the shade, but I don't think I have a shade like this in my collection. I feel like this is such a unique mix of colors that I'm really excited to see the types of looks that people create with this palette. I feel like everyone's going to make such a different look. Like some palettes you try out, there's just like those colors that are just so obvious to use, like the perfect crease shade, an outer V shade, lid shade, but with this, I'm like, I don't even know what shade to use. I could reach for any shade and put it anywhere on the eyelid and it could probably work. Like right now, I'm gonna reach for this bright purple shade and place that on the inner corner of the eyelid. Like this is a color combination that I don't really think would come to mind if I was thinking about the type of eyeshadow look that I wanted to do. But just seeing these colors in front of me, I'm definitely drawn to these shades together. Oh, I just love this pop of pink shade. So this is definitely a colorful look. I think I'll take this kind of charcoal shade and apply that to the lower lash line. Ooh, this is a really pretty lower lash line color because of that shimmer. It's like having a sparkly eyeliner, which I really like the look of this. Ooh, this is very colorful, but a fun look. Now let's see, this is the eye with the eyeshadow primer. I definitely think that the colors look a bit more vibrant and smooth and just a little bit more blended on the eye with the primer versus the eye without the primer. This one just looks a little bit more patchy, but that's because I'm being picky and I'm really looking up close. I think that if you were to use these eyeshadows without a primer, you could definitely still create beautiful looks that are vibrant, but I would definitely recommend using a primer if you have it, and I would use my primer go forward when I use this palette, because these are the types of shades that I want to be as vibrant as possible, and the primer will help make them last longer. And with vibrant colors, in my opinion, they can definitely tend to fade throughout the day, and a primer can really help with that. There's a little bit of creasing, but barely any at all, so at least this formula isn't really creasing, so I like that. But wow, all in all, I am very happy with this palette. It's unlike anything else I have in my collection, which makes it so fun and definitely something that I'm going to be drawn to, especially for when I'm going out and I want to just really play around with some fun, sparkly, shimmery looks. Like, there are so many shades in this palette that I didn't put on my eyes today that I want to try out. So I'm definitely going to get a lot of use out of this. But if you got this palette, I would love to know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on it and what kind of looks you put together. So I would say the formula of these, it's definitely not the best eyeshadow formula I've ever tried, but what I think really makes this palette a win is the shades and how beautiful they are and how unique they are. If these shades weren't so beautiful, I don't think I would love this palette as much, just because of that kind of dry texture that a lot of them had. But since they are shimmers, you can make them work by, like I did, using your finger to apply them, or by wetting a brush, and that'll help make them less dry, show up a little bit more even, pigmented. But thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.